Hey, what's up, guys? Synthwave here. I am back, and yes, reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. However, reports of me being sick with a bad cold that kind of made it unable to record because I was coughing every 10 seconds. Those reports are true. And also, during the Scorponok, the start of the Scorponok spotlight, I Go Juanes, or Goj, as he is affectionately known to many in the Forge to Fight community. He was nice enough to let me borrow his Scorponok to shoot some video for that, and I just quickly came to the conclusion that my dinosaur of a phone just could not keep up anymore. I think the frame rate at one point in the video dropped to 0 for a good 10 seconds, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. I'm not shooting video like this anymore. So I just decided to stop making videos for a while, and waited until Black Friday came, and I went and grabbed myself a new Samsung Note9, which I am positively pleased with. It is it runs the game amazingly smooth, and I'm just happy with everything about it. So it gets the Synthwave full endorsement. If you're looking to get a new Android phone, definitely look at the Note 9. So I'm back, but I'm not going to show any gameplay or anything like that tonight. Tonight is really just I wanted to do a quick video on the latest bot to be featured in December's Spotlight, Jetfire, and I did a little data mining, a little digging around in the game files and the JSON, and this is what I found. So let's go ahead and get started. There's his picture, as you can see, and we'll go ahead and get going with this. So here we go. His name is Jetfire. He is a tech bot. He is an Autobot. And his bio reads, a scientist first and foremost, Jetfire was famous for his many exploits in outer space alongside his partner Starscream. With the galaxy now engulfed in war, Jetfire soon found Starscream had turned away from the pursuit of truth and joined the Decepticon ranks. Reluctantly taking up arms against his old friend, Jetfire sided with the Autobots in their quest to protect all sentient life. So there you go. His basic abilities, and this is, of course, I tried to do the best I could with this. I don't, it's not going to be 100% accurate, but it'll give you a really good idea of kind of what he's all about. So his basic abilities, you can see here, he has an energy charge. Energy charges each increase Jetfire's power rate by X percentage, and like I said, I'm guessing this isn't a passive power gain. I believe it is something that he just gains more power when you hit an opponent, or an opponent hits you. You just gain more power that way. And I believe this is going to be capped out at 10 energy charges. His other ability is called a parry shield. Well-timed blocks against melee and ranged hits activate the parry shield. Each time the parry shield is activated, Jetfire gains an energy charge. So that's how he gains those aforementioned energy charges. While using a heavy attack, he has an X% chance to consume an energy charge and inflict shock on an opponent, dealing X% of attack over X seconds. Well-timed blocks against ranged attacks. So this is where his the parry thing comes in. So if you get your timing right and block these, you can get, this is kind of where he really shines. So Jetfire, when dealing with ranged attacks, if he does a well-timed block, he has a 100% chance to reflect light and heavy ranged attacks. That's the big key, so I put it in all caps. Heavy ranged attacks can be reflected back at him, and it's a 100% chance, reflecting those attacks back for X percentage of original damage. The same applies well-timed blocks for basic ranged attacks. Unfortunately, I'm guessing this doesn't include heavy melee attacks, so don't try to sit there holding block if, movie prime, barrels into you in truck mode. You're not gonna stop him. But successful well-timed blocks against basic melee hits grants him an X% blocking proficiency. So for those of you worried about, blocking's gonna, he's gonna lose too much health blocking melee hits, it'll reduce a lot of that incoming damage if they're well-timed. And I'm guessing, I don't know if there's going to be any bounce back. Like if you time the block, they bounce the melee attack, they bounce back. I don't know yet. We'll see what that says. His signature ability is called Damage Control. And it reads, while Jetfire is under 75% health, his repair is online. Holding block for 1 second consumes an energy charge to purify a burn debuff and repair X% of health over 2 seconds. So that X%, I'm guessing, is going to be the dynamic number that increases with your signature level. And I couldn't find what those percentages are, so we'll just have to wait for the official bot report to give us those numbers. I'm going to put a caveat in here as well. There were 2 features that I found here that might affect Jetfire's his signature being able to use, and it was simply the toggled phrases that said damage control online and damage control offline. So I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if there's going to be some other game mechanic that determines whether his signature can be used or not at the time. We'll just have to wait and see on that. On to his specials. So all of his energy charge game mechanic plays a part in all of his specials. So you want to keep saving those energy charges up to use for specials, or you can switch them and use them to heal as well if you want to do that. But his specials are very much powered by his energy charges. So let's get to that. His special one is called Full Power to Weapons. Disruptors are often misunderstood devices. Allow me to demonstrate their ideal use. And so what that does is it converts first special one converts all energy charges that he has into a ranged bonus, and each charge increasing range damage by X% and projectile speed by 10% for X number of seconds. And if Jetfire converts 5 or more energy charges, he also has a X% chance to trigger a repair block as well. And I don't know, I don't think it said how long the repair block lasted. I couldn't really find anything. We'll see what happens. So yeah, obviously the more energy charges you have, the more range damage he's gonna do there for his special one. His special 2 is called Reinforced Shields. Deep space travel requires a powerful defensive system at the best of times. And this is Jetfire converts all energy charges into shield buffs, reducing incoming damage by X% for X seconds. And then again, here is the 5 number again. If Jetfire converts 5 or more energy charges, the attack has a X% chance to trigger power lock for X seconds. So there is a little bit of power control in him as well. And then his special 3 is called Fire at Will. By diverting stray ions created by the engines to the disruptor cannons, I have devised a way to deliver a powerful electromagnetic shock to the enemy's systems. And what this does is Jetfire consumes all enemy charges to inflict shock for each charge consumed this way, each dealing X% of attack as energy damage over X number of seconds. And then at the end of this special 3 attack, Jetfire gains 3 energy charges. So that's really important to think about as well when you kind of cycle through your options of which specials you want to use. Synergy wise, he's got the basic, usual armor and attack ones. You can, find those. I think it's like Sideswipe gives armor, Ramjet, does Wheeljack give him something? I'm trying to remember. I'm just going off the top of my head. But anyway, those are the real vanilla ones. The most notable ones are Brain Drain. which is an outgoing synergy to Shockwave. And what that does for Shockwave is it repairs X% of health each time Shockwave gains 6 or more energy charges. I'm guessing that is that energy charges or shock charges. I forget what they're called. I haven't used Shockwave in a long time, so I don't remember. But that's going to be a great synergy, especially if you go with the whole tech team of Blaster, Shockwave, and Jetfire. I think that'll make Shockwave a real powerhouse in both terms of dealing damage and healing himself in return. Just spamming his special one over and over again will be a great way to bolster Shockwave there. The other kind of significant synergy was called Old Friends, and it's an incoming synergy that he gets from Starscream. And activating the parry shield against a basic melee attack grants a 30% chance, and that's just for a 4-star and a 5-star chance to stun the opponent for 2 seconds. So that could be helpful. I find those ones where there's a percentage chance to stun, I always miss the stun because I'm always busy trying to protect myself from getting hit, and then I look up and I'm like, the stun is already expired by the time I get to move in and attack. So anyway, but yeah, I think the Shockwave one is the better of the two personally. So yeah, that's it, guys. Oh yeah, there is one last thing I wanted to share with you guys. My anonymous source, who I will protect, I won't name their name, but they've just been really great in terms of teaching me and showing me how to do certain things with the game files. One of which is rendering the 3D models of the bots themselves. It's crazy. I thought it would be a pretty simple thing to do, but it's very complicated to do and requires a lot of different programs to do. And so he taught me how to do it, and I'm just like, I can't do this. This takes way too. This was taking me like hours to do. So I'm like, I'm not going to do this anymore. So they were nice enough to do it for me. And I want to keep them anonymous by their request, and I just want to protect my sources too. I don't want anyone getting in trouble for helping out the channel, and especially if Kabam thinks it's something untoward that we're doing. But I don't care at this point, I'm like, I don't care. So yeah, without further ado, here is the bot rendering of Jetfire. This is what he looks like, and man, I am actually impressed with him. I think the developers did a great job with him. The level of detail on him, he looks really sharp. Is he a bot that I'm gonna go for? I think so. I think I'm gonna go for him. He looks good on paper, but he's not, because the blocking component of Forged to Fight is not a real popular game mechanic to use. A lot of players don't like blocking. They don't like taking damage. They want to just sidestep and evade and do things like that. So we'll see how he fares in the power rankings. Right now, I'd kind of put him at middle of the pack in terms of a power ranking. But when they release him and we get a chance to do some gameplay with him, I'll shoot some video with the new phone. We'll take a look and we'll see where he kind of officially lies on the bot power ranking list. But right now, I'd say middle of the pack. I'm going to still try and go for him. I like healing bots. I love tech bots. They're one of my favorite classes of bots to use because I just like the more complicated game mechanics. And I want to get better at learning how to do well-timed blocks, parrying and stuff like that. It's just something I don't really use a whole lot, and it's something I'd like to get better at. So there he is, guys, Jetfire. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you going to go for him? What do you think about his abilities? Do you think he deserves to be placed higher or lower on the power ranking as it stands right now? Is he a middle of the pack kind of guy, or where do you have him? So yeah, definitely let me know in the comments. And again, sorry for the delay. I'm back for now until the game shuts down. I'll keep going. I've got a better phone to record with, and so the Synthwave official TFTF channel is back online and running again. So have a great evening, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.